John Mearsheimer is a renowned political scientist and international relations expert who has been studying U.S.-China relations for over 3 decades. There is no denying the fact that China is the only country that can pose a direct challenge to the United States today. The two countries are bound to be strategic competitors.
In the early 1990s, it was becoming increasingly clear that China was rising impressively, and that rise was likely to continue for the foreseeable future. And the United States was faced with the question of how to deal with a rising China. The overwhelming consensus among both Democrats and Republicans was that the United States should concentrate on engaging China. And what this meant was we, the United States, should go to great lengths to integrate China into the international economy, integrate China into the existing international institutions, mainly economic institutions, but not exclusively economic institutions. And in the end, China would not only get richer or more prosperous, but it would turn into a democracy. And once China was a democracy, it would never fight with the United States.
The United States has a long-standing commitment to maintain its dominance in East Asia. China, on the other hand, is unwilling to accept the American presence in its neighborhood. This is the root cause of tension between the two countries. The U.S. is unlikely to simply walk away from East Asia, and China is unlikely to accept American military dominance in the region.
If China continued to rise economically, it would turn that economic might into military might, and it would try to dominate Asia the way the United States dominates the Western Hemisphere. And that the United States would not tolerate a China that was a hegemon in Asia. We'd go to great lengths to prevent that from happening. And the end result would be you'd get this intense security competition with a serious chance of war. But
the COVID-19 pandemic has further strained the relationship between the two countries. The U.S. has blamed China for not being transparent about the origins of the virus. This has led to calls for decoupling between the two countries, which could have far-reaching consequences for the global economy.
Engage China and help China grow economically and integrate it into institutions, and we would all live happily ever after.
In the long run, Mearsheimer believes that the U.S.-China relationship will be characterized by heightened competition and occasional conflict. The only way to prevent a catastrophic outcome is for both countries to exercise strategic restraint and avoid any provocative actions that could escalate into a larger conflict.
Here's my theory. My argument is that the international system, the structure of the international system, is in large part responsible for dictating how states behave. And the key to understanding the structure of the international system is to recognize that it is an anarchic system. It's a system where there's no higher authority. If a state gets into trouble and dials 911, there's nobody at the other end of the phone call. It's an anarchic system. It's not hierarchic. Furthermore, those states that comprise the principal actors in the international system cannot know the intentions of other states. There's just no way that the United States can know what China's intentions are for sure in the year 2025.
In conclusion, the future of U.S.-China relations is uncertain. But by studying the insights of experts like John Mearsheimer, we can gain a better understanding of the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insightful content.